I think data privacy concerns will grow. Marketers will need to prioritize transparency and ethical practices, with regulations like the GDPR and the CCPA will heavily influence how marketers continue to.
I can also see, specifically with the data privacy issues, AI becoming something of a challenge for everyone using it. If we look at some of what AI is being used for at the moment, one thing I've been following closely is the AI generated art, and one of the ethical issues coming up is where the libraries that AI art uses to generate, where those come from. And what I'm seeing a lot of is real life artists having their work essentially stolen by AI, and AI producing artwork in almost identical styles. So it's just interesting, and I can see that with data privacy, that how do you tell an AI what it can and can't access? What are the rules that govern what it will and won't do?
No, I agree, and I mean, I remember only reading the other day that there was an article saying that you can't copyright AI generated imagery. So if I generate something, it's not mine, which is quite interesting. So yeah, I also think that the focus on delivering customer experiences will intensify as well. So personalized communication, seamless transitions, an outstanding customer service will differentiate successful brands.
I do find it. Sorry, you mentioned one thing that is something of a real touch point for me, which is customer service. I've as everyone has experienced good and bad customer service, and it astonishes me that to this day that customer service is such a key part of delivering anything, and yet so many companies seem to see it as a necessary evil rather than such an important part of their business. It amazes me sometimes. So
well, it is, and you're right, certainly. And I think combining what we've just talked about in terms of AI, the future of AI, and where marketing is going. It was only a few days ago I was watching. I took part in a forum where there was a lot of marketers talking about their pain points, and they were saying that a lot of small to medium companies don't actually get marketing at all, and these marketing teams are lumbered with almost like a jack of all trades type role, where they're doing all sorts from graphic design, copywriting, writing social posts and answering customer service chats online. And very rarely do they get the chance nowadays to actually do any strategic marketing. But I honestly think AI will relieve some of that pressure. As chatbots and virtual assistants continue to improve, they'll provide seamless customer support, enhanced user experiences, which will free up some of that unnecessary customer service and inquiry tasks that marketers consistently and unnecessarily get lumbered with.
Yeah, I mean, if 90% of your customer queries are often things that sometimes people could Google and find out, and in those sort of situations, a chatbot that is smart enough will be able to do so much, and it will. It might not necessarily save the company money, but it will have a massive impact on their staff's productivity in what they can deliver, because they're not having to deal with these small queries that a chatbot can just go and tell them, your payment date is the X of the month. And then when you have the complex queries and complex issues, that's where maybe it does need to go to somebody in marketing. Or did you know that if you click on this link on your website, it doesn't go where you think it does? That's something that would need to go to somebody. So
no, I am. I'm really interested in AI. I think the future is quite fascinating. I particularly enjoyed listening to your comments about the future of AI. Sorry, the future of testing and how AI will impact that. Where do you see this going? And what kind of software do you use at the moment that utilizes AI?
So I think there's a couple of things that people need to be aware of. Specifically, there is AI and there is AI, and what we have is AI as a branding tool, as a name recognition. And because when you say AI, it conjures a lot of thoughts and ideas about what artificial intelligence is. It makes you think of Hollywood films with robots, with supercomputers. And so companies can use that to make their product sound more intelligent or more interesting than it is. For example, Eggplant, the tool that we use, has a application called DAI, which
I've heard about that.
It in a way it is an artificial intelligence, but it's not an artificial intelligence like ChatGPT and the Bing AI. All of those, they are actual AI. And whilst DAI does do some machine learning about particular patterns and routes through a software, it's not gonna write tests for you. You're not going to be able to ask it questions. It is a very simple algorithm compared to the real AI that we're seeing.
Do you think it will evolve though into that level?
I think as AI develops, we will see it introduced more into all elements of the software development lifecycle. And we'll see. I think one of the areas that people probably aren't expecting it, but I can see it having the biggest impact, is more on the project management and business analysis side. These are areas where you can give it a very specific set of criteria. The analysis of how long it's going to take to build a particular unit, a particular bit of functionality, scheduling your resourcing so that you have the right staff, laying out the different deadlines, automatically emailing people to make sure that they're on task, or chasing up on queries that you've not had responses to. These are certainly areas where AI is going to be incredibly powerful. And people are using AI to generate code at the moment, but that comes with its own problems. That AI at the moment can give you an answer that when you read it and when you look at it, you believe it is the correct answer. It looks like the correct answer, but when you actually pick it apart, you find that it isn't the correct answer. And this is the danger of AI, that when you're given a piece of information, if you don't have the right level of skill and experience, you're not going to be able to tell that bit of information is actually wrong and is just misinformation rather than correct. And AI, it will potentially learn the wrong things and give out answers to people who don't know that what they're being given is wrong.